COPWATCH, policing the police every single day. And doing what the Charlotte County Sun newspaper and local TV stations won't do every single day.
Hey, Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH. I'm going to make a comment on it before I alter the living shit out of this video. But this piece is worth it. This is very interesting. Gary Snow, the People's Patriot, William Garrett Snow, is debating auditors because Gary Snow is a stalker who stalked a lot of these guys, stalked me just a week ago, and he popped in a chat room where the auditors were having a chat, including with the Rogue Nation here, that you know why they do what they do and why they do it, and etc. And so they're asking, they're actually teaching the Gary Snow why they do it and how it's legal, and it's actually teaching people. And just Gary Snow just does not get it, man. He's like, fuck, man. His mama must have dropped him on his head. It is ridiculous. So reporters can do stories, but vloggers cannot, and it's just bizarre. Gary Snow is a Trump fascist copsucker, and and even Trump is rooting out the deep state. By the way, this is Bolt Action News Group, and even Trump is rooting out the deep state. It's actually literally that's what a lot of these auditors are doing, and it's just bizarre, man. He just doesn't get it. I mean, Trump would be proud of these auditors is exposing some of the corruption they are, but yet Gary he doesn't get it. If you do it, it's illegal. If the news does it, it's fine. If the paper does it, it's fine. If Trump does it, it's fine. But if anybody else does it, oh my God, you are a well, I don't want to know what he thinks, but anyways, I wanted to make a comment on this before I alter the living shit out of this and give credit to the Bolt Action News Group, because this is an interesting talk. Gary Snow is just fucking brain dead. He just does not get it. Here he is, a Trump fucking worshiper, fascist, and yet he doesn't believe what we're doing is the same thing as what Trump is doing. We're rooting out the deep state, corruption, exposing it, teaching people, etc. And he just doesn't get it. Trump can do it, news can do it, TV can do it, but we can't do it. What a moron. Yeah, just take a listen, and you too will want to break your TV or whatever the hell you're watching this on, because it is frustrating. He is fucked in the head. Remember what our founding father said, take a goddamn country back. You're a frog in a pot. The water is gone. Get the hell out and fight stupidity like this. From William Garrett Snow. Research it on Google. There's a huge page where a lawyer researched everything on him. He is a complete psycho, stalker, provocateur, etc., etc.
So let's pop him in now. Now you're going to play nice or I'm kicking you out. Oops. There we go.
Yeah, I'll play nice. I'll play nice. Hey, I was just wondering, have you ladies figured out the charity fraud case against me yet? Have you solved that crime?
No, we want to ask you more about that, actually.
No, well, I was just wondering, because, I mean, I provided some evidence for you. But
yeah, I saw that video. I saw that video that you had a $200 what's the word I'm looking for? Donation, I guess, to the I don't know, was it Wounded Warriors or the police or something?
No, the Chicago
I saw that
Foundation. Well, I mean, you guys
the Memorial Foundation. That's right.
Right, and Fenton kept calling him asshole and saying that he was going to provide this evidence. And when I first when I audited you guys in Fort Myers, Fenton kept saying, you know, that I'm a charity fraud. And I told him,
well, I had just learned about it that day. And the only evidence I have is you saying it on video that day. I don't obsess over you, bro. I don't care about you, so that I don't dig up dirt on you like a lot of people did.
Yeah, nobody's digging for information about Gary.
Yeah. You go into my service record from 25 years ago and take a shit on that. Tell everybody I stole valor when I didn't. I earned that title.
It's a public records request. I did a public records request, right?
Okay.
I did some investigative journalism, right? I'm a freelance journalist.
And you stuck at it because you had to correct it a few times and you still got it wrong.
Well, because I couldn't read. I can't. I mean,
you don't know how to read, exactly.
How much meth?
Remember when you asked me on the phone? You asked me. You said, "Hey, how can I get to go off on a Tuesday and record?" And I told you, you don't have the skill set. You don't have the education, Gary.
How did you stay up all night outside of News Now South Florida's house, Gary? How much meth does it require? 2 hits, 3 hits?
You guys, you're gonna mute my mic? You're gonna be like that?
No,
we can hear
you. You guys were talking over each other, so now Rights Crispy is muted.
Right.
I'm an equal muting opportunity.
Well, why did you get discharged from the Army?
Okay, so why did you get discharged from the Army? Let's see if he wants to respond. I mean, that's kind of personal.
Yeah, I don't have to answer to you, bro.
Okay, so there's that.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
You're claiming to be this devil dog. You served a year in the United States Marine Corps. 7 months of it was trained.
A year and a half, I think.
A year and a half. 1 month in the brig, 7 months being trained, and what, 6-7 months in Okinawa? And
I spent a year out there. I did my whole year tour. After I got out of the brig, I went back to my unit, and that's the part you still got wrong.
Right. You went back to your unit for what? I think like 2 weeks before you were sent home?
For the end of my tour.
First, I want to ask something. All right. Are you a veteran? Are you a veteran, Gary? Are you a veteran? Are you a veteran, Gary? That's what I'm asking.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
I don't answer questions.
All right, so he's not a veteran, but he gets to sit here and tell a veteran about their service. It doesn't make sense. So
I think the United States served Fenton Vargas more than Fenton Vargas served the United States of America.
And your dim-witted catchphrase will never take away what I did put in. So you don't know what the hell you're talking about because you talk about your work boots, but my work boots have seen more work than your entire life, bro.
What
your fashion police ambush backfired on you because the captain looked up your charity fraud.
Where's the evidence?
And not to deflect, but you did commit charity fraud. You said you were trying to, you said it on film. You said, I did that so I could get into a parade.
No, we sold shirts for the people that were going to attend the parade. And it cost $300 for the application to get into the parade. Plus, if you wanted to, hire anyone else as far as bagpipers or whatever for the parade, that costed money.
Hey, Solo.
Wait. These shirts were Blue Line shirts, right?
Did they refund your $300 application fee after you were denied entrance or no?
I believe so. They did.
And that would mean you're still 300. You're still 300 in the black.
That was out of my pocket. I paid the $300 out of my pocket.
Oh, okay.
So if you looked at the T-shirt, I only raised $183.
Okay.
And I donated
They were
$200.
cop support shirts. Cop support shirts.
It said
it doesn't matter. I don't care what you did. You're known to start fights with people and start riots. You're a professional provocateur, and I guess you're good at it.
Coming from somebody who goes to the post office and berates postal workers, and or a lady behind the desk at a police office, you demeanor her, you talk down to her like you have some authoritarian issue. I don't know what happened in the military.
You're a psychologist?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's so mad.
What you don't understand.
Give me a second.
Is that you're a parasite. You try to attack my veteran status. I'm a veteran, and you want to take a shit on that.
Yeah.
Just so you can put it on your show.
Hey, thanks.
And then edit out all the parts that make you look stupid, except for the parts that you don't realize make you look stupid, and you leave those in.
A couple months.
Whenever you go and follow up for us, you're actually doing us a great favor. We're trying to get them to comply and stop resisting.
Right.
Follow the law.
It's pretty cool. You go in there and you actually do our job for us.
Exactly how we do it. And freak the people out even more.
You will be sued if you don't do the right thing. So remember, and that's the point we're trying to get across anyway. So
you just admitted that it is a job for you, so you are getting paid, and this is what you do for a living. See, I already have a job, so I don't do this as a job. I'm not doing any job for you.
You know all of us work. What are you talking about? You know all of us work. You know what we all do.
We all have jobs, bro.
Y'all got jobs.
I have a job. And let me rewind. Let me rewind.
Why are you
for
so
a quick
focused
second.
on money?
Well, you were just focused on something else's money.
Counting everyone's money. I'm muting everybody except you, Gary.
Well, Fenton was just, he was just
I
talking
muted
about
myself. I muted myself. I muted everybody but you and I, William. So I just want to rewind to one thing that you just said a second ago.
Well, out of
You're not
everyone's
gonna let me?
page, out of everyone's page, I'm not asking for donations like you guys. There's no super
Me either.
chat.
I'm not asking for any donations.
Okay, Paul.
I don't have
you're-
I don't have
you're-
a PayPal or a fund me or anything. I don't have any of that.
No, you just invite people into your house who are sexual assaulters who just got out of prison or just got out of jail for a couple months for sexually assaulting a woman. I mean, that's a good choice. Good choice of company for your house and your family. Be around your children.
But that's not what you know. So you're
Well,
just bouncing around. You're bouncing around and you're not allowing.
You invite.
All right. So anyway, so let me respond to the. I'll respond to one thing at a time, and that's cool. And I don't mind listening to what you have to say. So the first thing I'll say is to respond to is that you said that we go in and we incite people and we insult little old ladies and we go into post offices. Yes, I'll go in and I'll film public buildings such as post offices. But if you watch any of my videos, you won't see me yelling at or swearing or cursing or yelling at little old ladies like you claim we all like to do. So that was my rebuttal to your first comment about that. So do you have anything to add to that or no?
Yeah, who are you holding accountable at a post office?
Any government employee that thinks that we can't go in and thinks that we can't observe how tax dollars get used is incorrect. And that's what you do in these, that's what I do in those audits. I go and make sure that they understand. And the people that are in the post office, it's important for me, from my perspective, from my platform, it's important that the people, your average citizen understands that when you're in public, you can have somebody in there holding the building and the employees accountable, and you can get put on camera, and flipping out and yelling and cursing at people isn't going to change that. That's the angle and the platform that I like to come from.
But don't you understand that a post office is something, it's somewhere where it's kind of creepy and it's kind of weird for someone to stand in the corner with a camera?
That's your subjective.
I don't know. It's one of the it's one of the government buildings that gets the most bailout.
You guys are trying to trigger people.
And the places that we've gone to have 2.5-star ratings probably every time. Check it out. You think they run smoothly? They don't.
I looked at every post office. Someone's going to bitch and give a post office a bad rating. Find me a post office with perfect rating and go in there and do your audit.
Listen, how do you know what's wrong with it if you don't look?
Because it's fucking creepy and it's weird.
I think you're working. I think you're working.
Waiting
computer,
outside my house for multiple hours for people to leave is kind of creepy.
There's nothing tyrannical, and you're trying to trigger people that are in there. There's regular citizens you're trying to trigger. And this is what you do in your videos. And when you get that one person, trust me, I know what you do. When you find that one person that's triggered, then you zoom in on them.
The first time we went to a post office, the people hadn't gotten their mail in 3 months.
Why do you follow people outside? Why do you follow people outside? Why do you get their tag and plate numbers? Why do you get in their face?
For posterity.
For content.
I can answer that. I can answer that.
For content.
I can answer that.
That's the good juicy.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you because you won't stop and let anyone else talk. Correct. So I can answer that for you, Gary. I can answer that for you, William. I'm sorry I keep calling you Gary. I know that's not your name. I apologize. I can answer that for you. When I find somebody like that, that's exactly why I'm there. I'm there to teach that person. And yeah, it's going to be usually in a bad way because they're being dicks. I'm there to teach them that they're wrong. There is no right to privacy in public. There is no, I have a right to my likeness and you can't put it on your camera. The people are insane when they think that. And I like to make sure that they understand when they leave that they're wrong. That's why I focus on them. That's why I'll follow them. That's why I'll put the camera on them. That's exactly what I'll do. And you're right.
So you're trying to prove a point can also be perceived as
absolutely
harassing somebody.
What do you think stalking somebody's house for 6 hours?
It's not by definition of the law. Yeah, not by definition of the law.
But following them in a car.
What you did by coming to my private road. That was
I wasn't on your private road. There's a public street. There's a public street that goes north and south. So if I'm on a public road in a public place,
that's 31.
Then that's perfectly legal, right?
But you can't talk on the phone while you drive.
Absolutely. If you were out on 31.
There's no expectation.
If you were out on 31.
You're not allowed to talk on the phone while you drive. It's against the law.
I wasn't talking on the phone. Fucking
on a megaphone?
That is true. You were breaking the law.
No, I didn't use the megaphone. He never rolled his window down.
Oh, okay.
That's
so
how about
creepy,
this
man.
one? I got one for you.
You sat there and waited for somebody to leave this guy's house after 6 hours of watching his house.
That's not creepy, but hanging out in a fucking post office where the camera is.
Well, I'm an investigative journalist. I want to audit the
creepy.
auditor.
You're not
That
an
is pretty
investigative
weird.
journalist.
That
I'm
is pretty weird,
investigating.
William. You
Hold
gotta
on,
admit,
parasite.
William. That's
It's
pretty weird.
creepy.
You're a parasite who
I'm a-
hates freedom
I'm
so
a
much that you will sit on a
creepy.
veteran's record
I'm a
just
freelance
with a
journalist.
dim-witted catchphrase and convince
Right. I'm a
stupid
freelance
people
journalist.
to follow you
Hold,
into that
hold
argument.
on. Let me speak for a
Wait,
minute.
I like
if
this one.
can.
I like this one.
I'm a freelance
this one.
journalist, and I'm going to audit the auditors.
All right, I'm muting everybody except you, Captain. Oops, hold on, I accidentally muted you, Captain. All right, I muted everybody except you, Captain. Go, because this is a talk over each other panel, apparently.
Yeah. No, we don't want no talking over each other. We don't get the message that we need, and we need a message. Now, Gary, brother, I like your style. You're a funny guy. You make me laugh. It's ridiculous, but it's kind of funny. Now, what I want to know before we get into a discussion with you on why we do what we do, I'd just like for you to qualify your experience and your knowledge of the First Amendment. Like, can you name some books or some legal documents that you've read in regards to just the First Amendment and the right to free press? Or are you just coming at us with emotion? You know, we're triggering people. It's creepy. You know, all these subjective terms that really mean nothing in the legal sense. You know, do you have some qualifications there for the First Amendment that you could speak from? Or again, is it just, you know, what you heard in high school about the First Amendment and, you know, going on some emotion and subjective feelings about what's normal and what's not normal? Okay, go ahead and go.
Okay. I don't answer questions.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Well,
in other words,
I thought,
there's no need
Captain, I thought that was a very well thought out question, and it's unfortunate.
to say anything with you about the First Amendment. Yeah, I mean, how am I supposed to have a discussion with you if you can't even comprehend what's being laid down? I mean, that's just going to be a waste of my time and everybody else's time.
I don't answer questions. I don't give my name. I don't answer questions.
That's really silly.
This,
really.
unlike an audit, Gary, is a panel. Yeah, this is a panel where we want to talk and debate. We really don't need you here, brother.
Good. I'm gladly leave. Hey, how come you guys never put up the video that you guys took of me out here in Fort Myers?
I can answer that for you,
Please.
if I may.
You
We
may.
didn't really care to give you a voice. We, you know, we didn't find you important enough. We didn't find you important enough.
Like getting audited. You bitches didn't like.
No, honestly, it's that we just didn't feel like we wanted to give you that voice, and you weren't important enough for us to waste our time doing. And honestly, that's not what my channel is about. My channel is not about getting involved in this pettiness with each other. And I had other things to do. That's what it came down to.
3 o'clock in the morning on Easter Sunday morning. That's more.
Oh, I didn't know you were talking. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Like
Start over. I didn't know you were talking.
You were saying you got more important things to do, like going to the Fort Myers Police Department at 3 o'clock in the morning on Easter Sunday with someone
Well,
who just got a.
Sorry, you don't ever stop, so I have to mute you to answer your questions. Yeah, absolutely. The going to the police station at 3 in the morning and the jail at 3 in the morning, that follows the narrative that I want my channel to be. I want my channel to be exposing, you know, government money and what it's doing. And government money gets spent at 3 in the morning, just like any other time.
Oh yeah, you and Glenn Sarah really we're holding those police accountable. I mean, you just pretty much were just there at 3 o'clock in the morning harassing police officers. You're not holding anybody accountable. You guys are
And you were
fraud.
watching.
When I woke up the next fucking day, you guys are fucking fake frauditors that go around harass.
Why are you so upset, man? How much meth do you smoke, bro?
All right, I think I'm done. Yeah, okay, well, there's 4 of us
If
in
you
here.
don't answer certain questions, then you can get the hell
I
out
mean,
of
he's
here.
not answering any. Yeah, he's not answering any questions anyway. He's just here to yell and swear. And so I'm a nay. I'm a nay. Wolfie, you're a nay. Where are you at, Rights?
Bounce out. You're
I think I should have been a blowjob.
Okay, so he's an A. So
Yeah.
no, I didn't even have to kick him out. I didn't even have to kick him out. He left on his own accord.
Hey, Sheriff County, this is Sheriff County COPWATCH. I am using any video here with under fair use if you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc. And please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.